Last time on Anime the Recap, Kamina and Simone, against all odds, defeated the massive gunman fortress Dai-Gurren, marking a turning point in the war against the Beastmen Empire. But their triumph was tinged with sorrow as they mourned the loss of Kamina, a true leader. Amidst this chaos, a mysterious girl named Nia was found. Revealed to be the Spiral King's daughter, she switched sides and bravely faced off against Adiane, avenging Thymilfa's death. This time on Anime the Recap, 1 month has passed since the battle with Simone and Yoko pay their respects to Kamina before returning to the fight for Teppelin. Simone recognizes that he will never be able to replace Kamina, but he is determined to achieve what only he, Simone the Digger, can do. They return to Dai-Gurren, where repairs are being completed, and Simone convinces Gimme and Dari that they have won. Gunmen and Simone prepare for the assault on the Spiral King's fortress. Lord Genome recites an ancient text in which it is stated that humans were formed on the 6th day of creation, making now an opportune time to crush them. Gunmen admires the humans' resolve to fight back with the force of the spiral, while he dismisses their acts as foolish and sad. Dai-Gurren approaches Dai-Gurren, and the combat begins. Gurren Lagann leads the charge, while Simone confronts Simone's army. However, as Gunmen's army approaches from the ground, the odds swing against them. Simone directs his troops to deal with Gunmen's forces while he deals with Simone. Despite being outnumbered, reinforcements arrive, motivated by Simone's earlier struggle. Simone is forced to convert his gunman, Shuzak, but is defeated and dies in the end. The struggle, however, is far from over, as the Dai-Gurren emerges unscathed. It joins forces with Teppelin to form a formidable energy wall that blocks the human forces. Nia arrives in the form of a projection and believes Simone can stop her. Simone and Rosu emerge beneath the Dai-Gurren after digging underground. Simone manages to pierce through the Dai-Gurren and defeat Gunmen after a hard battle. However, while they celebrate, the capital sheds its towers, revealing a gigantic visage that stuns them. The crisis worsens as they confront the huge menace hiding within Teppelin. With the divine generals defeated, the Great Gurren Brigade faces the last obstacle, the imperial city Teppelin. To their surprise, Teppelin collapses and reveals its true form, a gigantic gunman. Nia joins Simone in Gurren Lagann to confront her father, Lord Genome. They must breach the impregnable defense of the massive hand protecting the city. Using a risky maneuver, they crash Dai-Gurren into the hand, creating a path for Gurren Lagann to enter. Inside the tower, Simone faces Viral and then confronts Lord Genome in his Lazengan gunman. Despite a fierce battle, Simone's determination and the power of his friends propel him to victory. Nia is briefly thrown from the cockpit, but Simone's unwavering resolve drives him to overcome Lord Genome's attacks. With a final strike, Simone defeats Lord Genome, and the Teppelin collapses. The Great Gurren Brigade emerges victorious on the 7th day of the battle for Teppelin. This is the only episode with a title that does not come from a line said in the episode. This episode raises the total number of episodes in the series to 27. This is uncommon because most weekly syndicated shows have multiples of 13 episodes, because that divides evenly across a 52-week year. This hints that a recap episode was added late in production, maybe in response to concerns that weekly viewers might be confused by the second arc if they couldn't recall key aspects from the first. 7 years after the capture of Teppelin, Kamina City has risen from its ruins. Rosu reflects on the meaning of Lagann, the core drill, and spiral power, and the reason for Lord Gnome's actions. The city faces peace, and a council meeting convenes. Simone, now a leader, receives a proposal from Nia, but she misunderstands and declines. Rosu becomes increasingly powerful in the government, but strange events occur when the millionth human appears on the surface. An unknown mecha emerges and attacks the city, and Nia vanishes. Simone pilots Gurren Lagann to confront the mecha, despite Rosu's objections. The mecha is defeated, but its origins remain a mystery. Nia appears as a hologram, announcing the activation of the humanity extermination system by the antispirals due to humanity's spiral power. Danger Level 2. After Nia's alarming speech about the humanity eradication system, Rosu attempts to trace the source of her transmission, but it abruptly ends. Kitan and the others are tasked with handling the anxious calls from concerned citizens. Meanwhile, Rosu activates the biocomputer and seeks answers from the reanimated head of Lord Genome. Rosu wants to know about the spiral power and the antispiral's intentions. On the other hand, Simone desperately looks for Nia, who has disappeared after her broadcast. He decides to take the Lagann while leaving the Gurren behind to avoid causing fear among the people. Simone's search leads him to Nia, who reveals the anti-spiral's belief that the spiral power will lead to destruction in the universe. The core drill is considered a symbol of this potential calamity. Back at the biocomputer, Lord Genome explains the history of spiral power and the conflict with the anti-spirals. He reveals that the anti-spirals feared the power of spiral beings, and deployed systems to exterminate planets with growing populations of spiral life forms. Lord Genome's decision to force humanity underground was driven by fear of their spiral instincts leading to their destruction. Ross-Yu learns about the impending catastrophe. The moon will crash into the Earth in 3 weeks, and revealing this information would cause panic among the citizens. As Nia's transformation into an anti-spiral begins, more enemy ships appear, and Simone engages them with the combined Lagann and Gurren. Despite their initial success, they realize that their strategy won't work against a larger enemy force. Meanwhile, an angry mob gathers outside the government building, leading Ross-Yu to take responsibility for the situation and decide to arrest Simone. After Nia's distressing broadcast, angry mobs blame Simone for the impending disaster, and they even vandalize the Kamina statue. Ross-Yu arrests Simone, explaining that the citizens view him as the same threat as Lord Genome once was. Simone questions Ross-Yu's actions, and during the trial, tensions rise, with Kitan protesting the unfair proceedings. Meanwhile, Nia appears to Simone, revealing her transformation into an anti-spiral messenger and the impending despair they want to inflict upon all spiral life forms. As a massive Mugan approaches Kamina City, Simone pleads with Ross-Yu to pilot the Gurren Lagann to protect the city. Ross-Yu reluctantly agrees, but Kynan joins as a human bomb to ensure Simone's return. Simone battles the Mugan but faces an emotional farewell from Nia's image before a massive explosion cripples the Gurren Lagann. Gimme and Dari's grapple squad saves the day, and Simone hands over his core drill, accepting his fate at Lincoln prison, where he finds a surprising cellmate, Viral. Locked in nearby cells, Simone and Viral find themselves equally imprisoned. Simone is worried about the impending doom of the crashing moon, while Ross-Yu is informed about the evacuation progress and the moon's descent. In prison, Simone faces taunts from fellow inmates about the moon crisis, and a vengeful bird Beastman attacks him. Viral intervenes, revealing his immortality, and defends Simone in the brutal fight. Later, Liron shows Ross-Yu a simulation that raises concerns about humanity's survival on the surface. Ross-Yu decides to keep the Gurren in space for a year to survive the moon impact, sparking disagreement with Kitan, who suggests destroying the moon instead. The Mugan attack Kamina City, and the Grapurls counterattack. Gurren activates its spiral engine, while Kitan, piloting King Kitan, returns Simone's core drill. The tense situation escalates as Nia reveals Ross-Yu's abandonment of humanity, and Yoko arrives with a warning shot. After driving off Nia, Yoko's flashback reveals her new life as Yomiko, a beloved teacher. She helps a boy named Nakim overcome bullying and evacuates with her students to an underground town. When the town is attacked, Yoko reveals her true identity and saves them with her marksmanship. Later, she heads to Kamina City. Returning to the present, Yoko frees Simone and Viral from jail, and they join forces to pilot Gurren Lagann. With Kitan returning Simone's core drill, the Gurren Brigade launches into space to aid Ross-Yu. Gurren Lagann, with Viral at its side, obliterates half the Mugan with a powerful shockwave. The episode concludes with Simone and Viral channeling Kamina's spirit, uttering his signature catchphrase. Now united and determined, the Gurren Brigade stands ready to face the impending catastrophe caused by the moon's collision and the relentless Mugan invasion. In the midst of the intense battle, Liron contemplates the spinning of a gyroscope and the desire to explore what lies beyond their current limits. Simone and Viral manage to unleash a shockwave that decimates over half of the smaller Mugan, but a large energy blast from the moon poses a new threat. With the Gurren Lagann protecting the Gurren using its giant drill, Simone proposes that they deal with the moon's surface weapons to prevent further attacks. The battle intensifies as the two massive Mugan merge into a larger enemy, posing a challenge for the Gurren Lagann. However, Simone and Viral manage to overcome the odds by combining their mechas and achieving a powerful transformation, the Gurren Lagann. Their victory is short-lived as the moon, revealed to be Lord Genome's flagship Cathedral Terror, continues its descent towards Earth. With the Gurren Lagann unable to stop it, Simone and Nia venture into the core of the moon. There, Simone faces Nia, who has become the anti-spiral's messenger and embodies despair. Simone refuses to give up on her and realizes that Nia still clings to her past and their love. Determined to save her, he drives the Gurren Lagann's Giga drill into the moon's core, halting its fall and transforming it into an enormous ship. However, Nia's fate remains uncertain, and Simone swears to rescue her from the anti-spirals. As Cathedral Terror rises back into orbit, the team celebrates their victory, but Simone remains haunted by the uncertainty surrounding Nia's destiny. The episode concludes with the Gurren Lagann returning to Kamina City, a symbol of hope and determination in the face of impending challenges. 1 week after stopping the moon's fall, Simone announces that Viral will now attend their strategy meetings, emphasizing that both humans and Beastmen share the desire to protect their world. Meanwhile, Rossyu focuses on a reconstruction plan for the planet's surface. Leron explains the history of the anti-spirals, their use of the spiral life form eradication system, and their hidden home base in a different dimensional axis. Simone, determined to find the anti-spiral's homeworld, plans to explore the Cathedral Terror. As the team prepares for their journey, Kynan receives a message from Rossyu expressing his gratitude for her friendship. Concerned for Rossyu, Kynan and Simone travel to his old village of Adai. There, they find Rossyu contemplating the sacrifices he made for his decisions, feeling the need to bear the burden of his past actions. Seeing his despair, Simone confronts Rossyu, urging him to move forward and forgive himself for his mistakes. Kynan also consoles Rossyu, expressing her need for him. Back in space, the Cathedral Terror's spiral systems activate due to Simone and Kynan's high-speed spiral metastasis reaction. After a heartfelt conversation with Simone, Rossyu reconciles with himself and rejoins the team. With the group united, they embark on their final battle, their ship now named the Team Dai-Gurren. Simone leads the Dai-Gurren with determination as they set their sights on the anti-spiral homeworld, ready to face whatever challenges await them. Team Dai-Gurren, now equipped with upgraded gunmen, battles the gigantic warships of the anti-spirals in a mini-universe. Despite their efforts, the massive warships prove invulnerable to their attacks, and casualties begin to mount. Several members sacrifice themselves to protect the Team Dai-Gurren, and the team's spiral power is drained when they fall into a trap set by the anti-spirals. The situation looks dire as they struggle to regain their power and continue their pursuit of Nia. Trapped in the death spiral field, Team Dai-Gurren faces overwhelming odds against the anti-spiral ships. Kitan sacrifices himself to destroy the death spiral machine, triggering his spiral power. The team is flooded with spiral energy, leading Simone to transform the Team Dai-Gurren into Team Gurren Lagann. Fueled by their determination and spiral power, they vow to show the anti-spirals the true strength of humanity. Trapped in an alternate multiverse by the anti-spiral, Team Dai-Gurren faces illusions of themselves in different roles and lives. Simone, however, regains his determination and powers up the Team Gurren Lagann to face the enemy's attacks. The anti-spiral reveals the existence of the spiral nemesis, a phenomenon caused by uncontrolled spiral power that could destroy the universe. Despite this revelation, Simone remains resolute to protect Nia and the universe. Back on the super galaxy Dai-Gurren, Lord Genome engages in a battle with the shadowy anti-spiral being. Buta unexpectedly transforms into a humanoid form, displaying a unique evolution driven by spiral power. He fights back against the anti-spiral but is sent into the multiverse as the enemy disappears. In an alternate reality, Simone encounters a version of Kamina, who reminds him that his true power lies within himself. Simone finds his core drill and realizes that he doesn't need to be swayed by uncertainties. He absorbs the multiverse labyrinth and transforms into the Gurren Lagann, joined by each member of the Dai-Gurren Dan. Meanwhile, the anti-spiral interrogates Nia, draining her power, but she manages to signal Simone with her ring. Simone breaks through the illusion and arrives in the Gurren Lagann to save Nia from the anti-spiral's grasp, setting the stage for the final battle to protect their future and overcome the spiral nemesis. In the final battle against the anti-spirals, Nia is held captive by the enemy, who reveals her true identity as a virtual life form created to be their messenger when a spiral race rises. They intend to determine the key to exterminating all spiral life forms. However, Nia resists, proclaiming that Team Dai-Gurren will never be defeated, and she believes in Simone's arrival. Her ring emits a green light, and Gurren Lagann launches a rescue mission. 10th-gen topper Gurren Lagann faces off against the Granzaboma, the Antispiral's formidable weapon. The battle seems desperate, and the Antispiral questions Team Dai-Gurren's resolve. But Simone and his comrades refuse to back down, and with each turn, they advance a little further, drilling through the enemy. Simone and Nia reunite, and together, they unleash the full power of spiral energy to pierce through the Antispiral. However, this victory comes at a price. After the battle, Simone and Nia marry in the presence of their friends, but Nia starts to dissolve due to her virtual nature. Despite their love, Nia fades away, leaving only her ring as a reminder of their time together. In the epilogue set 20 years later, the world has advanced, and Team Dai-Gurren members have taken on new roles. Ross serves as Commander-in-Chief, overseeing the Galactic Spiral Peace Conference, while Yoko has become a schoolhouse principal. The team continues to fight against the Spiral Nemesis, and Simone, now older, lives a quiet life, imparting wisdom to a young boy who reminds him of his past. As Gurren Lagann and the Grapurls embark on another journey, Simone muses that they are all stars in the vast universe, bound by the spirit of humanity and the legacy of Team Dai-Gurren. The story of Gurren Lagann concludes with the message that the human spirit is boundless, driving them to reach for the stars and face life's challenges with courage and determination. The legacy of Simone, Kamina, Nia, and their comrades shines brightly like the stars, guiding future generations toward a hopeful and unknown future. Subscribe for more anime recaps.